Welcome to the Morning Hustle, man. Listen, we bringing these Chi-Town streets into the building, man. My dude got an album right now that debuted at number 7 on the charts. Yo, little PTSD action one time for G Herbo.
Hey!
Yo, congrats, bro.
Yeah, this is my bell. That's the hustle bell.
Bells up, man. Yo, congrats on
Appreciate it,
being in the top 10, man. That's not an
Thanks, man.
easy feat considering how many people are dropping and what's dropping, and you got some aggressive content, brother.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. It's just, I don't know. I really just try to focus on myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really think about what's going on the outside. I just face whatever adversity I got to face, get through it, bro, and just, it's about playing it really, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a humble dude, but it's like I always know exactly what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it because I plan and work towards it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, even when I do get, like, big moments, I don't really live in them because I just be like working and trying to reach higher heights for real. Though.
Makes sense.
And you came out swinging on the record. The intro off the bat, you got the Rockefeller influence going on the album. I do feel like intros are making a comeback, like, because at one point in time, nobody wasn't doing those anymore. So do you feel like you had to go in on that?
Hey, absolutely. Like, everything I did was intentional as far as the intro, the samples I choose, you know what I'm saying? Because I grew up listening to hip-hop for real. So it's like I never wanted to, like, sheer away from that in any way, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the intro always, when I grew up doing, like, loving music, the intro supposed to be, like, one of the hardest tracks to kind of, like, get people ready for, you know what I'm saying, what's to come. So it's like,
and that's the dynasty. So that was that was a tough one, but you ate that up.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And that's one thing I appreciate about Herbo, man. He really, bars and really lyrics, and he really speaking from his truth. And it's crazy because it's like it feel like you represent a new generation, but you appreciate what was before you.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's, and it's in a time to where some of the cats in the new generation, it's like, it is kind of like, in some areas, like a disrespect for what's before. So, like, where do you feel like you fall in there? Like, do you feel like you newer or older? Like, how do you?
I'm definitely not like a new artist. Or like new school or nothing like that. I've been rapping since I was 16, bro.
Okay.
Like, I've been having fans probably since I was like 16, 17, you know what I'm saying? So I had to grow in this business. But I feel like I always been like hip hop, intentionally. I want, if Jay ever hit that record, I want him to be like, oh damn,
he went off,
Shorty did his thing on here. You know what I'm saying? The same with Kiss, the same with Beanie. Every sample that I touched is really me paying homage to these guys because this is who I grew up listening to.
And from project to project, you have shown a lot of growth, and even like going to PTSD, a lot of people don't want to talk about their mental issues, but it seems like within the last couple of years, Black people more have gotten to a space where we can talk about it now. Hey, it's cool to go see a psychiatrist. At what point did you realize that you were suffering from PTSD?
I think a lot of us just not realizing. That's why you're looking at it like a lot of people cool with talking about it, because I don't think people like really ashamed of it. We just embracing our truth. Like, we just communicated a certain way. When I came out doing music, I always was like, shedding light on my situation. I was never really like glorifying being in the streets, glorifying gang banging or nothing like that. But I was just true to me and what I was and where I came from. So I think probably like me really recognizing that I was suffering from some type of mental health, you know what I'm saying, disease in a sense, was probably like a year or two ago. You know what I'm saying? When I decided to go see a therapist. But I thought I was normal. Everybody think they normal. You think you're a regular dude, but it's like, it ain't normal to wanna or have to carry a gun every single day, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I've been doing that since I was 14, 15 years old and feel my life, but thinking it's cool, though, or thinking it's not even cool, just regular. Everybody immune to it. We desensitized to a lot of the stuff.
And it's like second nature.
In a way. It's second nature. So it's like, I be saying this in a lot of interviews because it's true. It was one time was people asked, like, raise your hand. I was in a room full of men. I think we was in like a juvenile facility or something like that. They like, raise your hand if you feel like you a victim or been victimized. Nobody raised their hand. They like, raise your hand if you've been shot. Raise your hand if you ever experienced police brutality. Raise your hand if your mother was on drugs or you seen some, stuff like that. And everybody raised their hand.
Yeah, everybody was
like,
victim.
We
think it's normal. You think it's normal to be a victim or be victimized in a way. You know what I'm saying? So I really think a lot of people just realizing that what we going through isn't normal. You know what I'm saying? Because we seeing life past our block. We seeing life past our hood. Like people 19, 20 able to travel off music. You see the world. You see people who you looked up to.
It's just becoming a reality.
Coming from the same places you coming from, making something of themselves. So it's like when you see other stuff and realize that like it ain't normal to be getting shot at 8 years old, shot at 12 years old, I was getting shot at 12, 13 years old.
That's crazy.
Now for people who can never wrap their brain around what it's like to grow up in Chicago and be in that environment, you said you started carrying a gun when you was 14.
Yeah.
Who, like, was it someone in particular that you were like, got a gun to protect yourself from? Or
Yeah, I bought my first gun from my cousin, baby daddy. He know exactly who he is. I bought my first gun from him when I was
but
freshman in high
who
school.
did you buy it to protect yourself from?
Everybody, the streets. I knew what I was up against. You know what I'm saying? Like by that time, we had already made like enemies for ourselves. You know, it'd be people went to school with, fist fights. The person with the short end of the stick, they gonna feel like, you know what I'm saying, less of a man or whatever the case. So it turned to somebody shooting at you, and then it's like you fear your life. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of my homies who I went to grammar school with was getting killed early yet. You know what I'm saying? But by the time I got in 8th grade, I already knew 2, 3, 4 people dead. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just you adapt to your environment in a way. You know?
And now it's cool with the maturity to know that, sometimes you don't even, because you got that mentality, all right, I'm finna go where my strap at. But it's like now, if I'm going somewhere and I feel like I have to have it on me, I probably don't need to go where I'm going. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like where I come from, you gotta have it everywhere. So where do you choose to go?
Right.
I had to take a gun to my grandma's funeral in the church.
Just so you don't be caught slipping.
Exactly. You leaving out the church, anything can happen. Like where I come from, every second is critical. My homies then lost their life for that little 2 seconds where you feel like I don't need to take my gun to the store. So you gonna take it everywhere because you know that's what you up against.
Right.
You know at any moment, wherever you at, somebody with less to lose than you, they'll kill you in front of your son. They'll kill you in front of your mama. You can't ever put your gun down, ever.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't have my mama and sister with me because I knew what I was up against. I might have to get in the shootout or whatever anywhere. So I would never even put them in that situation.
So you went from being in a situation like that to now you're in the music game rapping, and there's a lot of young rappers that are actually getting killed, like Pop Smoke. He's 20 years old, and that happened. So what do you feel like with you getting out of that situation and getting back into another situation where it's not so safe? Do you feel safer in this, or?
I feel safer, but I always still move the same way. I still move militant, every step calculated. I always feel like that somebody could take what I got at any moment. You know what I'm saying? I literally I was having a conversation about Pop Smoke yesterday, one of his homies. So and it wasn't like a situation where we was like talking about him having miscalculated steps or nothing like that, but just situations like that, situations like Nip, it'll show you like you gotta move calculated every step. I don't take nothing for granted. I don't care where I'm at, Jamaica, wherever. I'm always feeling like somebody is capable of doing something to me. You know what I'm saying? That's how I prevent something from happening to me. That's how I get home. When I was in the streets, I felt like somebody would kill me every day. That's how I got home.
Now, when everything is so turbulent in your life, the moments where things are peaceful probably resonate different.
Yeah.
Like, when is the last time you felt like you completely let your guard down and you were totally at peace?
The only time I'm like all the way at peace when I let my guard down is if I'm in the house with my son or something, or with my girl. And I don't let my guard down. No, I don't feel like I could really be completely at peace, because that's when something happened to you. When you feel like you at peace, when you can let your guard down. I feel this way for a reason. I don't shy away from my thoughts. If I feel like that, I'm going to follow my intuition. I'm not going to ever feel like I could let my guard down if I seen all this stuff and been through this for a reason. I feel like God put me through the stuff I've been through for a reason, so I could think how I think for a reason.
Right.
I'm not going to never go away from that until I get other thoughts.
And I guess like you being a father, one might think you being a father maybe made you get off there, but now it's like you got more to protect.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
it make me even more militant. I don't let my guard down when I'm with my son, especially being outside. I don't care where I'm at. It's like I gotta ensure my safety now, because I'm not thinking about just my life. I'm thinking about his.
Yeah.
And Chicago's still a crib.
Chicago's still a crib. So it's like, to be honest, Chicago one of the most places I feel safest at, because that's where I'm from. I know how to move there. I know I got more resources there than anywhere else in the world.
Right.
So I feel the safest in Chicago, believe it or not.
And one thing about y'all in Chicago, a lot of y'all stick together when it comes to music, and that your project.
We learning to now.
Well, y'all learning to because at a point in time, y'all had some heads bumping. But now on your project, you have so many artists from Chicago, all the way from BJ Chicago Kid to Chance the Rapper to Dirk.
G,
you know, I think it's dope that y'all can get together. So, what do you feel like made that one step move forward where it was just like, come on, we got to unite instead of going against?
I think people starting to see like it's enough money for everybody. You're not really taking away from yourself or nobody else by like collabing or just, you know what I'm saying, helping somebody, being that extra resource. So it's like we all know we stronger together, and iron sharpen iron. We like me and Dirk, we got some of the same fans. So it's like we gonna have millions of fans join together every time we on a song together. You know what I'm saying? They could do twice of what we do on our own. So it's like we starting to see that. You know what I'm saying? We seeing artists from Atlanta sticking together and just giving their resources. We seeing artists from New York do the same thing. Artists from LA do the same thing. Why we can't? You know what I'm saying? Because there's street stuff going on everywhere. And at the end of the day, us being a product of that and that all we having, everybody don't want that for themselves. Everybody don't want to have to be into it with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And you could get millions of dollars, and both of y'all could get millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? We come from where we come from, and we always gonna be where we are at heart naturally. But it's like, niggas getting grown. We want to get some money.
Try to level up.
It's like,
Did you ever have to play the peacemaker between any of the artists?
Nah, to be honest, I don't. I just like, you know, the thing with me, I just show mutual love and respect for everybody. So people never really like carry it that way. You know what I'm saying? And then in seeing that, it's like people, you will start to gain respect for another person you probably didn't, because you seeing like it's all mutual. You know what I'm saying? I never really tried to come between, and nothing nobody had going on in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't want them to do that to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because you don't know the background.
You don't know what nobody been through. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just try to show a mutual ground for everybody, and then I think everything else will work itself out.
And even like, my fault, correct. But I was gonna say, even outside of Chicago, it seemed like your relationships with other artists, like we were just talking about with Sada in Detroit and stuff like that. Like, you somebody who seemed like when your joint dropped, like everybody posting that. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel like you got a lot of genuine friendships in the industry?
I never sent my project, a song, nothing to nobody ever in my career and told them to post it. They just did it off genuine love.
Off the strip.
So if I do that, it's off genuine love. Like, nobody really ever sent me nothing like post this. You know what I'm saying? And even when they do, I still post it. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like, I just show support for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and Baby dropped on the same day. We didn't send each other our stuff. We just posted it. Because it's like, you know, you show love.
It's for the culture.
You supposed to embrace each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. Hip-hop and music is still, like, competitive, but it's not a competition where, like, we looking at each other like competition. You know what I'm saying? It's like more than anything, it's competitive. Like, we making each other better off of each other. Like, bro spitting, I'm spitting. You know, that kind of friendly competition. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I think everybody just is genuine. If anybody posted my music, I was really surprised. All these people really genuinely, you know what I'm saying, rock with me on that level.
Now, everybody on the project, who took the longest to get their vocals turned in?
Let me see. Who took the longest to get their vocals turned in on the project? Nobody really took long, though, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I would have thought Chance would have been the longest.
No, Chance was the quickest.
Really?
Quickest. Chance came to the studio and laid it immediately. Signed off on it immediately. Chance was no problem.
That's the extra special, though. He physically came to the studio and laid it for you?
He came in the studio and laid it right in front of me. You feel what I'm saying? Chance my real brother.
And I see one of the records that's going hard is the one with Chance and Juice WRLD.
Yeah, that one's fire.
You know, like, Uzi recorded his vocals right in front of me. Polo G recorded right in front of me. BJ right in front of me. It was easy. I ain't gonna lie.
You don't get that much anymore. Like, cats is quick to, like, you know, WeTransfer.com the whole little session to you and whatnot.
So, Dirk right in front of me, same thing. We recorded everything together. That's crazy. I ain't even noticed that.
You feel like the records come out better when y'all get to work together?
Yeah, because we work off each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro will say something, and he'll motivate me to say something if I hear him say it right in front of it. You know what I'm saying? You'll never get the same feeling that you get sending each other. Right. It's cool, but it's like, it's always better to work in the studio with the artist.
Now, right now, G Herbo, you're on the PTSD World Tour. Now, different artists approach the process a little different. Some people love writing. Some people love the actual recording process. Some people love going on stage and rocking. Between those three, which one do you enjoy the most? Do you like performing it live or recording in the studio or what?
I think recording gonna always be my favorite. Then performing live right after that. You know what I'm saying? I still love like connecting with the fans, and I think my show, especially now, is like a good way to connect with my fans because I'm getting like real personal with my new album and just my music. You know, so I think I'm starting to grow to like really love, you know what I'm saying, performing, but the studio is something about just being in the studio recording that I love the most.
Yeah, you been out here shining a lot of shoes. I've been seeing that, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's
going
really crazy on
like
tour, man.
I'll be trying to hope like I ain't taking away from the show, so I just do it at like the very end. I be signing like 20, 30 shoes a night. I feel like an NBA player.
You got the height.
All Nikes. It's crazy though. Like Nike got to check in, bro.
Right. Run that check.
Nah, they really coming like brand new shoes for me to sign, bro. It's crazy every night.
What made you start that?
They just know I wear these shoes a lot. They know I wear white Forces. My homie passed away. His name Faison. That's why we call him G Fazo. When he died, he had hundreds of these shoes in his room because all he wore. You know what I'm saying? So since 2010, when he passed away, we just ran with it. We kept on wearing the shoes, and we named them G Fazos. My fans know, like, it don't matter how many designer shoes I got. I'm always gonna wear these shoes.
Some Forces. I'm from the Lou, bro. So
we
always, I'm always wear Forces. You can't lose.
Bro.
I don't care. My girl say you wear them too much. You need to find some other type of swag. You need something else to wear. But it's like I can't stop wearing them. You know what I'm saying? And my fans know that. They know like that's something they did to me. So they come with them. They literally like come with the shoes. I sign them, and it be crazy to me. Literally, they coming with them every single show.
You mentioned your girlfriend a couple times, so most people know you're dating Emily B's daughter, Fabulous daughter, Taina.
Yeah.
And y'all have I'll say a pretty public relationship. And I feel like you've had two relationships and they both were pretty public. How does that affect, or how has that affected any of the relationships that you've been in? Just it being on social media and in the public.
You gotta learn how to balance it. You just gotta learn how to like focus on your relationship. I don't focus on the public. I don't focus on like the internet, Instagram, nobody opinion. I try to like stay as far away from that as possible. I think that's why my relationships became so public, because I'm not really thinking about it. I'm just living my life, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like I ain't really afraid to post with me and my girl doing what we doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just me being true to me. Like I don't really look. I swear, when I be posting all this stuff, I don't think it's gonna get on the Shade Room in a million years. I don't even be thinking about the Shade Room. You know what I'm saying? It just end up on that. So I'm just saying that to say, like, I just focus on my relationship, you know. And I learned you are like, it's a double. You will have to like please too many people. You will have to do stuff to basically keep your image good on the internet, and then do certain stuff to keep your image good in your relationship. So it's like that's then there being two people almost in a sense. So it's like I just focus on my relationship and everything I got going on at home and in real life. I try to do the right thing when it comes to that, and everything else gonna fall apart because everybody knows 6 months ago they hated me on the internet. Now they love me again.
Yeah,
so
it's crazy how that turns around.
I don't try to please them. Man, that's why Hov, one of my favorite artists, he said they love you, they hate you, and then they love you again. So I never cared about any of that. I just focus on the people that if they hate me, they probably not gonna love me no more. So I just try to make sure the people who need to love me continue to love me.
Now, is G Herbo need a disguise famous yet?
No.
So you can move through the airport, you make most flights, cats ain't flagging you down.
I mean, even when people do flag me down, I just be like chilling. I might draw my hood up when I'm tired or sleepy or something like that. But no, I don't really like be disguising myself.
Because some artists have a certain level of ego where, like, you know, they gauge things based on how many times they get stopped. Like, are you cool with where everything is at right now?
Yeah, always. I mean, I get stopped a lot everywhere I go, you know what I'm saying? But I still be cool. I be chilling. Only time I really, like, probably don't, like, take the most pictures is when I'm with my son, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't really be having nobody to hold, right.
You know
what I'm saying? And I don't want to have my son and people pictures, you know? So that's probably the only time. Any other time, I don't even be tripping. I done almost missed flights for taking pictures. I'll be having to stop. Like, man, I got to go, man.
You mentioned that in one of your songs that you stay after 30 minutes after to take pictures.
Yeah.
But your son, he's so cute.
Thank you.
Are you gonna put him in modeling or something? Because he's very like an entertainer.
I saw a little video.
Yeah.
He got too much charisma. I gotta have him doing something, man. And he not shy. He not afraid or nothing. Like, he really not shy at all. He not, when he get on the camera, he actually want to perform or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe you get that from me. I used to be like the center of attention in my family. I used to dance at my auntie weddings and stuff.
What was your go-to move?
Man, I don't know. I used to be like, I think my favorite.
Do it now. Do it now.
I can't
No.
what was the name of that song? All About the Benjamins.
Okay, yeah.
When it came out, I used to love that song when I was a kid. So I used to like perform and rap it. And that's funny that I'm even a rapper now, because that's all my family like remembered of me doing in my childhood. Like, I used to go to my auntie house. I had like a fake microphone. Like, man, let me go get my microphone.
And you would do all the parts?
I would do the whole song.
That's
swear.
crazy.
How epic was that breakdown when Big started rapping?
Man, I used to love the whole song for real, bro. I really like performed it at weddings, I swear. Like, I'm on camera. I'll probably use it for some of my content later on or
That's
something.
funny.
Your auntie, I got aunties in Chicago. They big. Your auntie them big on house music too.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's so funny, man. I was just playing some house music because I grew up on it. I'm not knowing it's only big really like in Chicago and in the Midwest. I'm playing it for my girl. She like, I never heard of this song. I'm like, what? This song to have 100 women moving from ages 25 to 55.
Yeah, it's like a culture. I went down to the beach down there when they do like the house music on the beach in Chicago. Man, it was like a whole man. People got their coolers out, and I'm like, man, what is going on?
I ain't never seen nothing like it besides just being from Chicago. Like,
yo, Chicago's his own planet with that.
They grew up on house music. They love house music. I grew up on house music just because of them.
You ever thought about putting any of that in your music? Like,
my mom always be telling me that. She be giving me like all kind of ideas. You know what I'm saying? I need to start listening to her more though, man.
That would be dope to switch it up a little bit.
Anthem, dog. You know what I'm saying? Put it together for the city.
Something for the next family reunion.
She always giving me little ideas.
What's your mom's favorite G Herbo record?
What song do she like the most? I think she love Everything. She love that song. I think Everything is her favorite song, matter of fact. Everything. Yeah.
That's dope.
There's a lot of things on this project that ride. I mean, whether you're talking about Death Row, I mean, Gangsta Tears, what I think BJ the Chicago Kids on that one, right?
Gangsta
The line I stayed up the longest when my nigga died. I put up some more so I could stop from crying. Relapsed after quitting like my second time, but I know I just want to numb the pain that's inside.
Yeah.
That shit cut. That shit cut different, you know, because there's so many people that be like dealing with like trying to like be sober, and just the craziest thing could just set them back.
I got a strong mindset, bro. I stopped quitting. I stopped drinking lean on my own before for like a year and a half.
Do you go through a withdrawal?
Yeah,
like shaking and all that stuff?
You go through the withdrawals, real withdrawals. That's a real drug. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you go through withdrawals. And I was addicted when I was a kid, 15 years old. So it's like, it ain't hard to get off that and you addicted to a kid. And we all got addictive personalities because of stuff our grandparents and our mothers and everybody else is addicted to. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take that in accountability too. And a lot of times people not really able to deal with a lot of the hurt and the stuff that we endure on a day-to-day basis, especially being young. You want to escape from that, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's mentally, not physically, but the key is to escape physically. I learned that you got to escape every situation physically.
Do you feel like your creative output would have been different if you didn't use it?
I mean, it's different because I make different music when I'm high, different music than when I'm sober. So it's like I can't really say because I made some great music under that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like I can't really say, but I think me just doing that used to keep me sane. It used to keep by me saying I just want to numb the pain that's inside. I used to really I do it when I'm in a time where I want to like let go, and then it got to a point where I really did get addicted, and I have to do it everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't always like that. You know what I'm saying? You want to just do it when you could just
escape,
forget about everything. You know what I'm saying? It just got to a point where you addicted and you gotta have it everywhere at the radio station right here. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You feel me? But no, a lot of kids don't know how to like deal with stuff head on. You know what I'm saying? I was once one of them. So that's a true line. You feel what I'm saying? Like you will be doing good in life, and you know, situations that hit you and you want to like escape from it, but you can't escape from it mentally. I know that much. Yeah, but a lot of times me drinking used to stop me from like lashing out or probably treating people a certain way or just not caring about a situation. You know what I'm saying? You not caring about a situation that come your way could be the difference in you going to jail or handling a situation completely different. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that.
What's your way of dealing with things now?
I just lean head on towards them. Any problem, whatever, I'll just lean towards it. That's so be it. I'm going through it for a reason. Like, I just face my fears in every way now.
Do you have a relationship with Moneybagg Yo at all? Because I know you're co-parenting with your.
I mean, we've always like mutually like you know cool. So I wouldn't even say cool because we only met each other a couple times, but it's like it's still mutual. Cool. Yeah. I'm cool with my baby mom. So if that's her guy, I'm cool with him.
Yeah, I know at a point in time it wasn't cool, and y'all co-parenting and everything seems like it's calmed down and it's gotten on this good
but
page.
Any problems, it was always something that me and her had to deal with. I never had a problem with like nobody she was dealing with.
Right.
You know because I was always in my own relationship. You know? So I ain't never really worried about what she was doing.
Well, yo, the album is called PTSD, which stands for post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
Big tunes on it. We're going to touch one in a minute. But I want to see how well you know these other acronyms out here. I'm going to run through a list of them and see if G Herbo knows his stuff, all right? PYT, what does that stand for?
PYT.
Come on now. Mike Jack.
I was just finna say the only PYT I know is Pretty Young Thing.
Yes.
G Herbo has a point on the scoreboard.
That's the only PYT. I'm trying to make sure it wasn't nothing else I ain't never heard.
And plus, you got kids that gonna be using shorthand. You got to know these things.
He was like pussy. Penis.
What about
PYT?
IMO?
IMO. I see IMO all the time. IMO. What's IMO, man?
Or take your best guess, your best educated guess.
I don't know, man.
I don't know that one either. I know IMY. What is it?
In my opinion.
In my opinion.
You was on your way. You was on your way.
In my opinion.
All right, how about this one?
Yeah.
IRL.
IRL.
Boy, I'm over here.
I know this one, I think.
I'm over here in my head like, hold on. I don't know
Real life.
Yup.
Yeah,
Okay. Two on the board. All right. BBD.
Poison.
Yeah, Damn, I never heard of this, bro. I've been on the internet a lot. BBD.
It's not as hard as you think.
Be back down.
We'll use that, but it was actually for Belle Biv DeVoe.
Oh, I was joking when I said poison.
Good job, Louie.
I tried to help you.
It's all good, man. Yo, man, G Herbo, man. Yo, your energy is infectious, bro.
Belle Biv DeVoe.
Yo, they legends, man. You got to keep them around.
No, G Herbo, BRB.
Be right back.
Right.
What about ILYG?
ILYG. I love you, girl.
I like that one.
I love your guts.
I
Put that
love your
on
guts.
too.
I love your guts. I love your girl, man.
She don't know what the hell's
man.
going on right here, man. Let's go ahead and blast off the new single right here, play.
Oh, yeah, man. It's the new single, man. Shooter featuring my bro, Jacquees, man. You already know.
Let's get it, man. It's the Morning Hustle.
We are the Morning Hustle.